Hi everyone, today let's see how to draw a girl with jhumka, which is a ear jewelry. First I am drawing the outline, the details of the jhumka. It's an antique model having a lot of details in it. You can see the goddess structure and then the hangings on the lower part. First I am drawing these outlines and lightly shading inside part, giving highlights with a mono zero eraser. Now moving on to the lower part of it. Have to carefully replicate the details. You can see that there are so many tiny ball-like structures on this. For the plain areas, I am shading with the pencil, and for ball-like structures or other three-dimensional structures, I am using mono eraser at the tip for the highlights. This will give the illusion of a 3D structure. After finishing the jewelry part, now I am moving on to the face. First I am drawing the background, using a dark pencil for background and blending it with tissue, and again repeating few more layers over it. After finishing off the dark areas, I will move to the lighter areas, which is the face. This is the hair part, and this also I am darkening with a 12B pencil, drawing the outlines of the eye and the lips. I am using a B pencil for this. Also shading the first layer or the base layer, then blending it smoothly with the tissue, marking the details again because while blending they have become light. Shading the darker areas with the next shade pencil. I am repeating the layers for the face. We have to repeat till we get the required shade. I am using tissue paper for blending. Shading the darker areas with the 5B pencil. I am shading the shadow parts also. Have to be careful while drawing near the jewelry part so that it doesn't mix with the jewelry. There should be smooth blending, and near the demarcation of the darker and the lighter areas, it should not be abrupt. It should blend smoothly. Now I am using the darkest pencil I have, that is the 12B pencil. I am using it for hair and the deep shadows. I am drawing smooth curvy strokes of the hair and lightly blending it. I am smoothing out the remaining part of the face, using 12B pencil for the darkest areas. Have to blend the edges properly. For that, first I am using the tissue paper and blending the dark areas, and then with the same tissue paper I am blending at the edges also, so that the gradient slowly decreases. Now I am darkening the remaining details of the face, that is mostly the lips here. Eye is not fully visible in this picture, so I am letting it go. I am shading the shadowy areas and blending them well. For highlights on the facial skin, I am using a kneaded eraser. I am pressing it over the areas where we need the lighter tone or the highlights. Now for the final detailing of the jewelry, I am using a 4B mechanical pencil. I am using this because mechanical pencil will be sharp and it will give a proper demarcation. Now you can see the change. The jewelry is standing out more now. Outlining with the mechanical pencil, and then if required, highlights with the mono eraser. As I told you before, we have to draw very carefully near the structures like the balls or other designs. In this we have more structures like the chain of balls. That itself I am drawing with the mechanical pencil, and in that space I am filling with the dark color. For the hangings, they are bigger rounded shapes, and for that I am filling it inside with the dark color. After that, when we give highlights, that time we have to just mark a spot, a white spot over the tip. That will give a good highlight. For that effect, I am using a white gel pen. I am using the same technique for all the smaller and the bigger rounded shapes. Then I am drawing the extra strands of hair. Few strands of hair flowing over her face also. These extra strands of hair give a realistic appearance. For the other ear piercing, I used mechanical pencil to draw the outline and a white gel pen to draw the highlights. And the drawing is finished. I hope you liked my drawing. Thank you for watching.